So if that were my mom, she would absolutely press her phone and record it. If you follow the Mama Mai, you know she records everything. But then she would turn the phone over to me and give that person a mollywop of their life as I record it. And I would record it because I want to make sure that person has footage of whatever. Yeah. But I remember this one time. So back in the day, I used to get in a lot of fights.
She belongs to the streets.
I had to move 3 school districts, and I always knew I wasn't the problem because I would be attacked, you know, and it's always a racist situation. Or some people just don't like positive people. I was as peppy and positive as I am now, and girls just don't like that, you know, it's threatening to them. But this one called me a really racial slur, and so I said, you know what, meet me outside of Sierra Middle School. Meet me there at 2:30, and I'm gonna be there. And me being my little television broadcasting self, I told everybody, I was like, meet me over there, because me and Michelle are going to be out there, and we're going to fight, and you're going to see exactly where she's going to put her words. So we met.
Come on, man.
Eddie, I'm an American woman now. I want what's coming to me. Eddie, what have you done for me lately?
I want you to be happy with what you want.
Half! Give me half, Eddie! Give me half!
I'm at $13,000 a month. What more do you want from me? Oh my God.
I was making fun of my own butt and my own legs. I was calling myself, you know, names to just make up for the things I didn't have. And I realized that I was body shaming myself. I was doing what we shouldn't be doing to myself and turning it into a joke. So that, and then also going through a divorce right now, I realized that I needed to feel stronger because I started to realize that my weight made me feel fragile and weak and that anything could knock me over. So
We don't give a fuck! Jesus! We don't give a fuck!
Called me out on it. I didn't notice that I had a hot temper until I got with Jezzy, and here's a person who is my equal and I really respect. And when I would spew some of my old habits, and he was like, like, who? That's not flying here. And also, it would trigger him to come back at me with things where I was like, who the f do you think you are? But I was triggering him. But he never told me to fix my temper. I just saw it and I thought, unless I want to stay in this place where I lose this person I love and I stay in my comfort zone of doing what I want to do and function the way I have for the last 40 years when nobody else had to stop me.
Which obviously has done quite well for you.
Right, I could have. But this was something greater that I wanted, and also a great challenge to myself to say, what if, now that I know it exists and the dragon's there, what if I got rid of that? How do I kill that dragon or store it in its place so that it never creates havoc?
You be alright, nigga. Tough, right?
So everybody bringing up this young Jeezy and Mai situation. I'll give you my take on it real quick. People saying it's about child support or alimony, or she trying to get him for a couple of dollars, get him for the bag, you know, because he's a bestseller now, you know, author, you know, platinum selling artist and all this stuff. So, you know, she's just looking for the bag. She's gold digger. She's planning on getting the money from him and all this stuff. So I just wanted to give you my intake on it. And it might not be as simple as, you know, oh, child support or alimony or something like that. So they're saying that distance played a part in the breakup because they were so far apart. You know, as career people, as business managers and management of our lives, you know, we usually busy as hell trying to figure out what's our next step and what's our next goal and what we want to do and how we're going to pursue it. So they're always busy, different places, never getting to sleep in the same bed, never getting to see each other, stuff like that. That's will damn sure have a toll on the relationship, you know. Her always posting and always trying to be part of the social scene and always being a advocate for certain topics and stuff, and just being free spirited, you know, that can be a problem, you know. hearing your name always in the tabloids about this or that, or your wife bringing up you and your sexual exploits and stuff like that. It can be a little, a lot. It could be a lot at some time, I mean, I figured that he would have did his little research on her, as far as looking at her videos and seeing what kind of stuff that she was posting and what kind of person she is and stuff like that. So I mean, she seems like a decent woman and stuff like that, loyal, quote unquote, faithful, quote unquote, and all that stuff. So there's no cheating allegations or nothing like that. Somewhat, they said Mario Lopez, because she started a new show with Mario Lopez and stuff. Come on now, Mario Lopez messing with, who knows? Who knows? It's Hollywood. Who knows? You can't put it past these people nowadays. They're kind of crazy. So we got another thing: the mama living in the house, and the mama inviting everybody at the house, and everybody's living there now. It may be on and off 2 months, 3 months at a time, but that gets tiring. When you plan on spending time with your wife and cuddling and might want to have a discussion with your wife, and you got these people in your house that might have a second opinion on how you running it, as you're trying to discuss things with your wife, the mother might be barging in, or the brother might be barging in, or somebody knocking at the door telling you how this is wrong in the house or that's going on in the house. That could definitely cause some arguments and some stress. It doesn't always have to be infidelity per se. It doesn't always have to be him cheating or her cheating. It could easily be that the relationship ran its course, and these days we know that 2 years is plenty of time. It's plenty of time these days. Relationships are only lasting 4 months these days, so but he has a long time now to deal with child support and alimony and stuff like that. I heard that she's contesting the divorce as well. Since she's contesting it, they're gonna go to court and see that there's a reason to either can we rectify it or is it just done? Is it done for? So it's crazy to see all these relationships going down the drain. These people have been married for so long, here and there, and just crazy to see that relationships can't stand past 3 years, and most of these celebrity relationships can't last longer than that. So I'm looking at Tom Brady, and then I'm looking at Wolverine losing his wife after all this time. Come on now, I just don't get it. I mean, I could blame it on social media, being celebrity, but then what are they looking for? What are they looking for at the end of the day to where they're not satisfied with having Tom Brady, one of the greatest football players that we've ever had, right? Jeff Bezos, one of the greatest entrepreneurs, right? The motherfucker started selling books. He was selling books at first. You know what I'm saying? We got these great minds, and they just can't hold a relationship. As great as it is, as business savvy and entrepreneurialism and all this stuff, you still can't hold a relationship. What is the problem? What's the problem, women? What's the problem, men? What seems to be the problem with society to where we're always constantly not getting along? Not even arguing, not even bickering, just not getting along. Why are we not seeing it eye to eye? Is it really about the money all the time? Is it really about the money? It can't be about raising the kids, because you guys are breaking up the family. So as the kid was a baby and they seeing the dad and mom together and all the stuff, next thing you know, dad and mom aren't together, and they're jumping from house to house. They don't even know where their home is because they got too many of them. They're jumping from house to house, granny house, papa house, mama house, granddad house. They confused. Just as confused as the adults look when they're going through their divorce. And we expect these kids to understand what's going on. But all I see is all these relationships crumbling. And then the kids just sit back and be the result of it. We know that most people need to succeed. Most people need two parents in the household. But we constantly keep throwing that fact out the way and going with our own selfish needs, wants, or whatever, you know? It's just never getting back to what we need to do as a society, you know? It doesn't even make any sense how these relationships keep just going down the drain. I know it's been going on for centuries and years, but we're like, dang, these people have everything. These people got everything. What else do they need? As commoners, as normal people, we sitting here like, what is all these celebrities clamoring for? They got all the money, all the free time, and the husband or wife they dreamt of, right? They dreamt of this. They got what they wanted. They've worked so hard for it, fought so hard, many years and years, countless battles, just to get to this moment. And either you're just not happy with it, or your wife's just not happy with it. You're not satisfied with it, or your wife's not satisfied with it. All I know is society is not going to be able to grow with all these single people. There has to be relationships. There has to be love. There has to be some kind of togetherness to make a society run fluently. When we're constantly arguing and fighting and bickering about the littlest, simplest things, we'll never get down the road to the bigger issues. Right? The society's going to constantly crumble if y'all going to just keep on arguing and fighting over the simplest stuff when our family needs to be growing and thriving and learning each other better so we can get a better outcome for the next generation. But people are so self-centered, they don't want the good anymore. They just want whatever they want. They can't say, oh, I'll sacrifice me for the greater good. They don't do that anymore. Nobody's sacrificing themselves for the greater good anymore. They just, hey, I want this. Well, I'm going to do it. You guys have probably never been in any kind of army, navy, or any kind of military, any kind of guidance where you can't question your goddamn general or you get your head knocked off. And I'm not talking about by the general by flying bullets. You know, when you're sitting there questioning the general, wait, I think that we should be going this way, kaboom!
Any one of you lily-livered, bow-legged varmints care to slap leather with me? In case any of you get any ideas, you better know who you're dealing with. I'm the hootin'est, tootin'est, shootin'est, bobtail wildcat in the West. I'm the fastest gun north, south, east,